Okay, so this is the Aerie homepage. Please think out loud so I can understand your experience as we go through the website. So just kind of scroll through it.
This is the where are the pictures?
This is like a prototype of like a mock-up of what it would look like. Like I'm like
if you
creating like an outline.
redesigned it.
Yeah.
Okay. So just look at it and say what I think of it.
Yeah. What do you like? What do you notice first? Like, yeah.
What I noticed first,
Mhm.
the logo. I think your eyes naturally go up. I think that's a human thing. That I think something that pops out to me is this picture that's floating and changing here. I like that because it shows you. I maybe make it a little bit slower because I always get frustrated when I'm on websites, and like I'm looking or reading something, and it changes too quickly, and I'm like, oh my god, how do I get back? And yeah.
So, how is it similar or different from like retail company homepages that you've been on before?
I would say that changing things similar. What kind of pictures are you imagining being right here?
So that's the next question. Well, that's one of the questions. So those will be like hashtag Ariel photos of like photos that customers have submitted of them like wearing the products.
Oh, the Aerie Reel.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. So this would be the specific Aerie Reel page.
So okay, we'll locate hashtag Aerie Reel first.
Okay. Oh, right here.
Okay. So was it easy to find?
Yeah, I just the only thing I would say is like I read left to right, but like yeah.
So would you prefer it to be in another location?
I mean, it depends on the importance that you're trying to stress. If it's like the main thing you're trying to stress for your brand, or one of the main things, and that's more important to you than necessarily your swimwear, I would say yes. Like, I think you should order it almost by importance. Like, why? That's why you leave clearance.
So
you know what I mean?
It would be better if it was at the beginning.
Yeah.
How would you feel about it being like up in the like top right corner by like a
checkout
and stuff?
No.
You'd rather be in like in the categories
because like those things are kind of just like away from the brand that is like Aerie. This is like, oh, we're going to check out and I'm getting done. This is where I'm setting up my account information. This is just where I have questions. Like that has nothing to do with like the brand you're trying to build.
Okay, so would you prefer seeing Aerie Real photos first or professional product photos on the homepage?
I mean, it depends. It depends. Like if you included like some. Well, what were the other hashtags that Aerie has? Don't they have Don't they have another hashtag?
Not like anything that's like a main. Like their main campaign is Aerie Real.
Okay.
They do hashtags for like little campaigns, but they're more like seasonal or like timely.
Okay. Can you ask the question one more time? Sorry.
Do you prefer seeing? Would you prefer seeing Aerie Real photos or professional product photos?
That's interesting. I don't know. I think maybe even having a mix or having them change out, kind of like you have this bottom one change out.
So, what would be like a good ratio, do you think, of real photos and product photos?
I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like I like seeing them on models. So I'm like, oh, like this professional picture. This looks really nice. Mm-hmm. But granted, I know that a lot of people feel differently. And not to say that I don't like seeing like regular people taking pictures of themselves in clothes. But like, I feel like I'm more influenced if I see like a model wearing it or something like that.
In like very professional setting.
Exactly. Just because it's like, it's made for me to look at it and be like, an artist put their time into this. And yeah.
Okay, so locate the slideshow.
The thing that's moving down here?
Mm-hmm. So we kind of already talked about how, like what you think about slideshows. So how likely would you be to like click through all the slides and look at like all the photos?
Well, the fact that it's moving, I mean, I don't even need to, because I have a short attention span and I feel like I would just sit here and wait. Like I would not click through it because I mean, I'd said that it's going pretty fast anyway. So like, I would sit here and wait through all these. No problem.
So how long would each slide be ideally?
I would say these are probably like 5-ish seconds, maybe a little bit less. I'd say probably like, it depends on what is on them too.
So
I'd say about 10, 15.
Would you prefer that they be promotions or just like photo shoot photos?
Oh, some sort of promotion or like, season or seasonal looks or something like, something
Mhm.
like that, and as opposed to just like pictures. Because I feel like this is like big, like
Yeah.
like I like the idea of having the pictures up above, and again maybe changing.
Okay. Go to the search bar. Was it easy to locate?
Yeah, I saw it earlier.
Would you prefer having the text box pop up when you click, or have it always be visible?
Oh. I don't think it matters. I think that when you click on it and it pops up, and like when you don't have it clicked on, like I like how it looks when you don't have it clicked on and there's no box there, because it makes it look really open in the back.
So would you prefer to have like a sidebar pop up when you click on it, or just a little text box?
A sidebar with like what? Like frequently asked questions or something like that?
Yeah, it could be with like suggestions, like search suggestions.
I don't like that. I like it when I
just
can
like
just
a simple text box.
where I can put exactly what I'm thinking.
Okay, so go to the shopping cart page. You have to navigate it through there.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on having account information / rewards and promo codes at the top?
Account information. What do you mean? Oh, like
so like
in
that's
the
where
corner?
like it would be. That's like a placeholder for it.
Account info and rewards. I feel like those things don't go together.
So where would you put them?
Shopping bag. Oh, I see what you're saying. Have it be 2 separate pages. I don't know. Let me look at this page a bit more. Let me see here. Oh, I would do the promos right before you do the checkout.
So like after the like after everything.
Yeah, and like I get why maybe having it up here would be cool, because it's like, oh, I'm gonna get this promotional deal, and that's the thing that I'm gonna focus on first. But I feel like oftentimes people wait until the end anyway. But and then account info, I feel like that also I would put it down below the products. Like I would put it underneath this.
Okay. So what do you think about like having like personalized like just for you suggestions?
Oh, I
based
love
on
that.
Your shopping cart?
I love that. I think it's so nice because you can sometimes find cheaper stuff that's like the same, and then you also find stuff that's just cute.
Okay, so go like look at the products that would be like the product photos that would be in the shopping cart like above.
Okay.
So this is like what it would look like if products were in your cart already.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on having product videos play when you hover over the photos, like with your cursor?
Product videos like this?
Like,
oh, when it changes positions and stuff? I love that. But
so do you think it would be helpful in the shopping cart if you hover over a photo and it kind of like moves?
No, because I already made my decision.
Okay, so
when I'm buying though.
That would be helpful. Do you prefer having like longer videos or just like small movements?
I like it just not longer videos. I like it when it's like different angle shot, like camera shots, because then I can like, if it's in a video, then I can't necessarily stop it and be like, what would it look like from this?
Yeah. So when you can kind of like pan it.
Or when you can click on it and you can zoom into certain things, when you can see like the like fabrics and stuff associated.
So what do you think of the size of the product photos? Would you make them bigger or smaller? Or what?
Maybe, I don't know. I think they're fine. Maybe a little smaller, depending on how big your text ends up being, and like the longness of the title of the piece of clothing or item.
Okay. Locate the return policy.
Oh, it's at the bottom. I know that. I saw it
already. Do you usually read return policies before
Heck
you purchase?
no, I do not care.
Was it easy to find